Hello, Matthew Hudson again. It's the 15th of July, 2021. This is video 4 from the set for the EK experiment. This video comes across as non-essential to running the process. It's a bit of theoretical background to what is happening in process 4, with the proviso at this minute that this is subjective. This is my perception of what is actually occurring. It is potentially not true. Well, we don't know what is actually happening in somebody's system. What we can do is perceive this is my metaphor for what is occurring. What I do know is that stuff happens. We initiate the process. We allow a multitude of all these aspects of self and aspects of our lives to be laid out amongst us. And when we do that, the nature of emergence occurs, and we reassociate, we coalesce that information, and we reassess that information in some way. So I'll take a quick look of what we're doing when we're running process 4. As we do that, what is happening to the person in the here and now, and what's happening to the stuff that they've put out there. So one of the things, drawings which I've shown for many people is this is me in the here and now. This is my space. This is my perception of my current universe and how I am interacting with the world around me. Inside of here, there are aspects which come from my past. So there's stuff in here which I hold, which actually relates to things in the past. Unless this becomes a timeline. So our past holds either consciously or unconsciously some in our present time. Very same happens for our future. Things in our future which we maintain and we hold in the here and now. And they retain us, and they somehow, potentially, these things constrain our moment of now. They hold us in this space, and some ways can stop us from being fully effective and being fully cognizant of our now moment and our capabilities, because we're held by this stuff. What does this process do then? This process is a gentle exploration of what is here. Where are you now? When we ask the question, where have you been? Because this is our universe, our senses, our mind will take us to aspects that are in this space. Where have we been? Well, I will pick some of this stuff, which is in the here and now, but is somehow associated to the here and now, but actually comes from our past. So we will pick one of these and we will place it outside of us in the space. We'll then go do the same for something about our future. And we'll do it again, something about our past. So we end up collecting around us, as well as our now moment. We collect these pasts outside. We can see them, we can explore them, we can now walk around this space. We do the same with our futures. So we have a multitude of our futures. When this is now taken out of our head, so David would mention that when you write and you place the information, that information no longer needs to be held up here and in the body. It can take it out. There's the old adage that we can only think of 7 plus or minus 2 things. If that is true, then placing this stuff from outside of our heads or putting it around us, it allows the space to hold that information. And when the space holds that information, around it, we can take in far more. We can then take in that information in sets, in categories, in how that stuff works as a system, what's our integration with it, how do we interact with all of that. And so that's when, as we walk around and the principles of emergence start to occur, that our futures, our pasts, they merge, they come together, we see alignment and distinctions between them, and through that we reassess our nowness. and how this relates to what has happened here and how we're seeing our future. And so it appears to shift. The stuff which was held here appears to move back to where it belongs. And the stuff held here from the future goes back to where it belongs. And it feels as if this space now opens up, that where we can become more aware of what's around us. And also this idea that we're not so constrained by the now, that actually grows as our perception grows. And we can take in more of what is around us. We can take in more of our perception of how things are. And we're not so constrained by this stuff which is coming, which is unconsciously or consciously held from different pasts and different futures. That is it's a brief overview of what we're doing in the Process 4. That's my metaphor for how that works and how we're doing that. You will potentially, when you run through it in your own experience, you'll have a different experience. You will have potentially come back with a different model of what is occurring for you. I'd love for you to get back to me and express what you've run through this and you have an experience of then shifts occurring on this level of how you see and how you experience that and what you how you model that to your own system. That's all very valuable information for me, and they're discussions which I do thoroughly enjoy and would love to have with you. I think that sums up video 4. It runs over what theoretical ideas behind Process 4, the practicalities of it are on video 3 and 2. So if you want clean space, an introduction to clean space, if you've got clean background, and that just gives you a nice short video on what that is. And if you are finding this from somewhere else, our very first video was just explaining what this experiment is about. So thank you very much, everybody who's taking part. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you on the rest of the update videos as we move forward. Thank you.